Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos, as they match up with former MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
That's it. 180.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play. First down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Now, Kaby.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rolling to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Ready. Ready, 88.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now the Auburn alarm, Artis Payne. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos head out for their first drive, and at the controls in his first season in the Mile High City, a former Super Bowl champion in Joe Flacco. And in Baltimore, they drafted Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he would take over for Flacco Week 10 a season ago. So Flacco out. Well, the Broncos said, we still think he has some time left in his career. They bring him in for some stability at quarterback, something that they really haven't had in Denver since the departure of Peyton Manning after their victory in Super Bowl 50. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Flacco to throw again on second down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, G. All day. Defense. All day. All day.
Flacco leaves to Lindsey on the draw. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Right there.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Flacco. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip some.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Mike 34, Mike 34. It's a party now.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
We got this.
Flacco and the Broncos now down 3-0. A minute 47 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 91 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now it's the Panthers' turn, trailing by 4. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's back to throw. Incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. And Olsen over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One last throw here for Newton. Steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.